It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight.
Ed, always a pleasure to be in with you. It reminds me a lot of my backcourt teammates. Actually, they were faster, could jump higher, and could shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of letters and vowels away, you can go from Cohen to Duhan, just like that. To Kelly Oubre. Clippers have it. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Leonard, good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Devin Booker, his first effort, off the mark. To Kelly Oubre for three. He buries it.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
To Beverly. Trying to cash in. Patrick Beverly. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally react?
Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Patrick Beverly. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as he'll talk things over here in the first quarter. They're gonna make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Booker with it. 9-point margin. To Kelly Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Oubre. Knocked loose. Booker. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
I got this now, let's go.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Easy path to the rim.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Crawford. To Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time to shuffle things up.
Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Subbing in for the...
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns.
Williams out of bounds. Los Angeles ball.
Leonard. Double Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Beverly to Leonard. He throws it down.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Booker, tough matchup against George.
1 minute remaining in the first.
Knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. To Williams. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Finally, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Phoenix has the ball. Even to Zubac, snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
George matched up with Booker. Leonard had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. He'll put it up at the buzzer, and it's no good as time runs out on the first quarter of play. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jamal Crawford, 2 of 4 now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it into 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Leonard, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 20.
Booker to Crawford. From long range, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Leonard. Flush pushes it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Here comes the screen. Crawford, knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Williams, 4-3. Knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Doc Rivers will play the matchup. He wants some new guys on the floor.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Crawford. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Over to the right side. George cleans it up. Leonard to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Crawford. Clippers have got it. George, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
21 and place your bid. Don't miss your
It's Phoenix ball. Booker knocked loose, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers, so it stays with Phoenix. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions.
Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
George, and he buries it.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Drive here, but the shot stays out to Mikal Bridges. Shot from the lane won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. Mikal Bridges knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
To Beverly. Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. Offensive rebound. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Leonard, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. first half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Devin Booker off the mark. To Paul George, and they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Booker. No, I missed a short one there. Paul George fires, knocks it down from mid-range.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly. They get it to George. Down low. Strong finish for Paul George.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Mikal Bridges to Rubio. Going to launch beyond the arc. Well, they forced Rubio to beat them, and he does. The Spaniard knocks it down.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
And scores.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Booker. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. It's the second. One more coming. Hits all 3 free throws. Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Beverly to George. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Rubio. To Mikal Bridges. Fires the 3, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To Beverly. Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good.
His scoring is definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Leonard. Gets it in the right corner. To Leonard. Kelly Oubre swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. To Paul George. And the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Devin Booker. Smothering D.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
And stuffs it home.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that, whew.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Clippers have got it. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Big finish at the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
The shot, almost. Count the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Williams. Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
The transition three-point shot is one of the most difficult shots to actually defend. It's natural for the defense to automatically run back and protect the paint. But these days, people say, why settle for a three? Why not? Especially when you can shoot the ball at that kind of clip.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. 3 quarters down, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Crawford.
Watch that cutter.
Screen coming. The drive right to the basket. Mo Harkless sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. 3 for 3. Nice. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. To Leonard.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Devin Booker tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Jumper's good.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Leonard, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Tough make through traffic.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Knock loose. And too much contact.
A simple touch foul.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Clippers, number 13, Paul George. Subbing in for the Suns.
Booker to Crawford. Jamal Crawford, 4 out of 7.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, But if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
George, no good. That's great defense.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Booker can't connect. Throws it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
From the painted area, won't go down. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Goes to the right side. Devin Booker. That's off the side of the rim, short. To George.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Booker with it. His guys down big. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Williams into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Swings it to Paul George. Has a look. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
Layup goes down. Well done.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Harkless to George. Fires the three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Great feed. Kelly Oubre with the finish at the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Booker to Crawford. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Crawford. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
To Leonard. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our